Hi everyone and welcome to a beautiful sunny day here in Playa de Muro. If you're new here to these videos, then do know that this is part of a complete series of videos basically where I show you how Playa de Muro as well as Mallorca, the rest of Mallorca, is in winter, because a lot of people have never seen Mallorca like this. Quite clearly they enjoy it, so we're doing more of these winter explorations of Mallorca, so you can see how things are here. If you are planning a holiday, you can come on holiday here, but most of the hotels are closed. The ones that are open, they are much for, let's say, retired people who come here for 1 or 2 months to sit in the sun, because it is still really nice weather. I'm regretting my choice of wearing long pants because it's way too warm. But all the Mallorquin people were doing it, so I thought, okay, let's trust them. But actually I should be wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Would have been much better. Like I say, this is the Condesa de la Bahia. It's a hotel a lot of people come to. It's one of the first ones in the Playa de Muro area if you come from Alcuria. As you can see, it's completely closed. But there are still some hotels open here in Playa de Muro, but many more in the resorts next door, like Alcuria. Let's have a quick look here. So a few weeks ago we were in Tenerife, and it's a totally different scene there than it is here, because Mallorca, you could say, more or less closes down a little bit for winter. Not totally, but a lot of it. In Tenerife there was still a lot more people on the beach, but as you see, if you come here on holiday now, you pretty much have the beach entirely for yourself. But as I say, most people who come here on holiday don't really come for a beach holiday, even though you have brilliantly sunny days as you have now as well all winter. But most people who come here are more for cycling, hiking, running, exploring the island with a rental car, or yeah, just retirees who like to escape. Basically most of them are from the UK or colder climates like Scandinavia, who like to come here and just ride out the cold weather for 1, 2, 3, 4 months, something like this. You can find really cheap hotel rooms here who do room rental by the month, maybe 600-700 euros. A lot of them also offer I'm not sure if it's all inclusive, but I do know a lot of them offer dinner, and I also think breakfast. So yeah. And thank you once again for all the people who first joined me from the live streams in Tenerife and who have made the transfer with me to this beautiful place here, Mallorca, where I'm from. I lived here for over 10 years. And there's actually someone filming there. Also some kind of a YouTuber, I think. I just want to go and have a look. Let's see. Buenos días desde Madrid. Qué bonita día. Sí, Eva María. Encantada, muy encantada que usted estás con nosotros otra vez. Estamos aquí en Playa de Muro. Con el tiempo increíble hoy. It's a very nice day, very beautiful weather. Hi guys from Glasgow, Patrick, Macmillan. Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us, you can write whatever in the chat, and I try to answer you as quickly as possible. If you have any questions about travel, if you're new to this channel, my name is Yves. I run a travel channel called Checked Holidays. I also have a website where I share all my experiences about traveling to the Canary Islands and the Balearic Islands, where I've lived for over 10 years, at least 10 years, Balearic Islands full time, but I've been here longer just working in the summer. So if you want to find all that information about where to go, what to do, what not to do, you can find all of that on the website checkedholidays.com. But for now we're just having a little bit of a walkabout and showing you how Playa. I'm gonna take my mask off, there's no one here. Oh, much better. How Playa de Muro is in winter, the way a lot of people have not seen it before. As you can see, if you like to exercise a little bit, like to do a little bit of sun, there's actually some people sunbathing there and everything, so it's all possible. But look at this beautiful day, look at this water. I think he's doing photography or something. Our favorite island, Mallorca 13. Mallorca 13, thank you for joining us here on Mallorca. I maybe think you live here, Mallorca 13. Let me know your situation. Do you have a travel channel about Mallorca as well? Would be interesting to know. Maybe we can do like a collab or something. El color del agua es increíble. Sí, Eva María, mira otra vez. Increíble, mejor que. Eva Maria is from Spain, so sometimes I talk Spanish to her. But she's just basically saying that the color of the water is incredible. And I'm not saying it's not like this in summer, but there is something with the light this time of year. You can just basically see straight through it, so. Let's walk a little bit inland here, and then we come back to the beach, don't worry. No, most people are here for the beach. And then when I walk inland I have some shade and I can read some more of the people writing in the chat. Have you done a walking tour of Benidorm? No, I have not been to Benidorm yet. I was actually thinking about starting covering the mainland. But I'm more of an expert for the islands of Spain because I lived in so many of them for a long time. So this is where the channel and everything got started from. And there it's also easier for me to make videos about because I know pretty much, I'm not gonna say I know everything, but I know a lot because I live there. This is my home ground. So I was thinking in the beginning of this year to do more of a Spain mainland, but yeah, some things happened at the beginning of the year, as we all know, and this is why I did not start that project yet. But I have been filming a lot more on the mainland. I just haven't made any travel advice about it. If you want, you can have a look on my other channel. I think the link is down in the description. And there you can see more mainland videos, but Benidorm specifically I have not been to yet. I missed my trips this year. Gillian from Northern Ireland, you should come out next year. I don't know where you normally go on the island, but it's still here, it's still waiting. I know this year was a weird one for a lot of people, but you should come out. I've been traveling through Spain now for a little bit over a month, I think it is now, and I have no issues. So I'm not 100% sure what this thing is. Let's check it out. It's for if you need an ambulance or something. And I don't know what it is. Playa, get information and things. It's a weird thing. I'm not 100% sure. It's everything in one. It's a place you can get information. if your heart stops, you can come here if you need a doctor, and apparently you can charge your mobile phone here as well. So it's a bit of a weird one. We don't live there. We got married 2013 in Mallorca at the Iberostar Hotel in Puerto Poyensa. Oh yeah, that's a very nice one near the Pine Walk. Really nice location. But I'm terribly with names, so I hope I don't mistake the hotel. Iberostar, is that the really big one, or is that the small kind of famous one at the end of the promenade near the Pine Walk? Let me know, please. Either one, I suppose, is great. Let's see. As for the people who are just joining us, we're just going on a little bit of a walkabout, walking tour of Playa de Muro in Mallorca. And we're having a look at it in a way that a lot of people, even if you've been here on holiday, have never seen it before. Because this is the way it is in winter. And normally a lot of people don't travel here in winter, so they never see it really like this. Here in front of me you see the Graviotas Hotel. It's also one of my favorites. If you go to my website, you see that one is highly advised. Especially since they recently done it up a couple of years ago. They fixed it up and now it's even better. They have a lot of nice hotels here, especially even if you walk a little bit further down in that direction over there. There you have like all the 5 stars and all the new ones. And one of the reasons I always like to advise Playa de Muro is just in general, it's quite a nice resort. It's not too big. It doesn't go too far inland, so you don't have to walk far from the beach pretty much no matter which hotel you take, with the exception of one which is quite far in. But it's basically like Alcuria, which is that way, Puerto de Alcuria, but just smaller and more compact. And this is also one of the only places on the island you can basically have the hotel directly on the beach. All the other places on the island pretty much have either a promenade or a street or shops or something. But here, this is one of the Iberostar hotels, Alcuria Mar. This is the Alcuria Mar. It basically ends up right directly on the beach. Let's go a little bit more beach way. Eva Maria, yes indeed, everything is more or less closed here at the moment, but this is every winter. It's not only because of the current situation we find ourselves in, but pretty much every winter. Maybe 90% of things close. But I have spoken to quite a few people who came on holiday here maybe a few weeks ago when everything already was like this, and they still had a really nice holiday. Because there are still beach bars open, really nice restaurants. There's a lot of things to see in the mountains and explore. Tramontana Mountains, you can go. You can also go like wine tasting and things like this. Actually, quite a nice hotel, Iberostar Alcuria Mar. Very good if you're traveling with children on a family holiday. And on the top there, they have like a fancy area. They have a special name for it, but it's basically if you want to get away from your children or from the children, you can be on the rooftop terrace there. There's actually people walking in bikinis, so they must be tourists. No Spanish people would would ever be this time of year walking in bikinis, but apparently, you see, for people coming from other countries, they like it. Like I say, I'm wearing long pants because I saw everyone from my window wearing long pants, and I really regret it. But many Mallorquin people, they seem to go like, oh, it's winter, let's put on the long pants no matter what. But it's really quite nice and warm. So this is Iberostar Alcuria Paddock, and if I don't know if you can see it, but there on the top you have the little red pools. That red area is like I don't know, a luxury or adults only or something like this. While if you go down here, just jump up here quickly. Hello. If you go up here, there they have the evening entertainment, little chiringuito, and behind there is like a big pool, loads of entertainment for kids. You can do brunch buffet here as well for the people who are not guests also. But I think most people stay in this hotel on an all-inclusive, because yeah, if you come to the beach you can just run in, get your drinks, and this is one of the only few places on the island in Playa de Muro where you can have this, where you can just, even if you have the all-inclusive, be right next to the beach and on the beach. Okay, onwards. I'm really surprised there's people here in. Yeah, but well, they're not cold, it seems. Muy bueno, pero expensive. Nah, it's not so expensive. Yes, it's at the end of the Pine Walk Beautiful Hotel. Okay, then it is the one I'm talking about, Mallorca 13. It's now a lot bigger due to refurbishments. We are staying there next July, and we also stay in Soller, Fornaluche and Palma. So you stay in all the, what I would call the more typical Mallorquin places, the more typical Mallorca places. Soller, Fornaluche, Puerto Poyensa, the Pine Walk area, which is not so touristy. Cuando tengo mucho dinero, llevar a mis niños a Iberostar. Okay, Eva Maria, do it. She says when she has a lot of money, she's going to Iberostar. Yes, Iberostar are not the cheapest hotels in general. But they do a lot of entertainment. At least here on the islands in Spain. They have, yeah, they even have like cinemas and stuff, like out, what's it called, drive-in cinemas. But then in the hotel without the cars. I don't know quite how to explain it. In the evenings, and like foam parties and a lot of stuff, and great shows here on the island, live singing shows. They have the mini discos and stuff, of course, as well. All of this kind of stuff. Iberostar Sierra Blanca y Condesa de la Bahía también muy buenos para los niños. Yes, definitely all of those. And I actually worked in all of those hotels as well, the ones you mentioned now. Before this channel started taking off, I worked in for Iberostar hotels, and also as a contractor for other hotels, and one of them was Condesa. So I did contracting work for them. Michael Crow says Port Soller, my favorite location on the island. Yes, indeed. It's actually, I always get surprised, especially when I go there in the evenings Just gonna walk inland here a little bit to show you a little bit more of that. Well, Port Sawyer, you don't, because I lived a long time in Alcuria and I never really noticed it, but because of the big mountain there in the back, I think it is a lot faster. And in Port Sawyer, because of its orientation, it's just yeah, it's so long, temperature much longer, and kind of a little bit about, I think that I was in Tenerife, and now I've been checking out to travel in January to Gran Canaria and do the same from there, these kind of live streams and stuff. Try to fix the shakiness I had on some other of my live streams. I cannot really see it so well on my screen at the moment, but I think it's a lot better now. This is kind of new here in front of me. The corner. This thing here on the corner has been so many things. It's been like a game hall, it's been like a cocktail place. Seems to change every year. But I'll show you that side of the street later. I just wanted to walk up here a little bit, so you can see the back streets. Boy is also one of these places. It's very famous. They do like nice cocktails and drinks like this. Oh, but they actually they expanded. They expanded. It's bigger now. Yeah, boy. Because they have the, I don't know how they have them, but they have the bicycle people. And the bicycle people are very interesting for business because they come very early in the season and very late in the season. Which means if you have them, for whatever reason they have them, you can expand and do big business. And yeah, you see it. They're doing good. Even in these times of crisis. Here's some car rental places. Car rental I always advise to do directly from the airport. I did it a couple of days ago. Voila. And it was like maybe 15 euros with a fully comprehensive insurance. Maybe even a little bit less. So this is I always rent a car with a fully comprehensive insurance when I travel pretty much everywhere on the islands, because I need a car to get around. But also if you're a tourist, I would definitely advise it, because it can save you so much money on if you're doing self-catering, by example, just to go to a good supermarket and not overpriced like touristy shop. Or if you want to go on an excursion, you don't need to go on these big packed buses. You can just drive yourself, and you don't have to leave when the bus is leaving. You can just leave whenever you want to leave, and this kind of things. And if you want to do after, if you don't like a place, you just drive to the next one. So in this way, I would always definitely advise anyone coming to Mallorca or one of the islands, rent a car with a good, get a fully comprehensive insurance, so you don't have to worry. 15 euros to take more. From the airport to here, a taxi will cost 60, 70, 80 euros. This is basically what you can rent a car for an entire week. So if you want to rent, I got a full links on my website, where to go, which companies are good, which companies are not so good. You can find on my website checkedholidays.com/cars. But for Mallorca you can also just go directly to Van Rij. This is most of the time the company I use when I come here. I use them at least 10 times in the past couple of years and never had any issues. Nice cars, great service, no waiting in lines. Yeah, it's good. Whoa! Whoa, Patrick McNeil, my man, seriously. This is the first super chat I get. Thank you so much. This really, I did not expect this. Thank you for the super chat, Patrick McNeil. I did 2 weeks of live vlogs from Tenerife. And for the people who were there the last day, because people were asking about it so much, there's another famous YouTuber there. I'm not calling myself famous, but he is more famous. He's called the Mac Master. And I saw he get a lot of these super chats. And I started feeling a little bit like I was not doing a good job, because I didn't get any. I didn't get any super chats. But then when I did the live meetup with him, we basically found out I didn't have that option turned on. So this is why I was not getting them. So thank you so much, Patrick McMillan. It's the first official super chat on this channel. Thank you. Really, I appreciate that. So must be meaning we're doing something good. And definitely I will buy myself a beer from that one. Wow, thank you, Patrick McMillan. Really, yeah. It's good to have, it's nice, yeah. It's kind of weird walking around talking to your tablet. Live streaming. At one point you start to think a little bit you're nuts, but you're not. Because apparently people appreciate it. So thank you for that one. And I think here also something changed. This is the Playa de Muro. Now I have to see I say it correctly. Playa de Muro village? No. Yes? I'm mixing up the names. Iberostar, Playa de Muro. This is. But there's 2 ones here. There's the normal. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry, guys. You can always find all the hotels I would advise on my website, checkedholidays.com, and then just select the place you want to go to, and then you will find it. But there's basically 2 hotels here. I think this is Iberostar Playa de Muro. And then on the other end, you have Playa de Muro Village. And both are good, but the village one is much nicer, much fancier, much more classy, I would say. And this one is more for families and have like a happy, peppy holiday time. While the other one is more, yeah, a bit more upscale, a bit more classy. Things like this. So I know a lot of people who watch my channel have stayed here before and really liked it. But this is basically the way it looks in winter. Yeah, I need to watch out that I don't go on private property or anything like this. But I think I'm still technically in the dunes here. I don't think anyone cares. But yeah, you have to watch out a little bit with these kind of things. And there you have like the stage. There we did shows before as well. In a previous life, I would say, more than 10 years ago, I was doing shows on that stage as well. But one thing I do want to point out, like Iberostar, I don't advise Iberostar because I worked with them before, definitely not. I work completely independent. It's something I am quite proud of. And it doesn't really matter to me which hotel I advise. I just want to advise the real best ones, so you can have a great holiday. And I think that's also a great way of promoting hotels that do good service, which in the end will improve quality on the islands and will make this an even better place to come to for a lot of people, and as such have more tourists. And I think like that the whole way, the whole world goes around, everyone's happy with their holidays. See, they had shorts. Beautiful beach on the coast. Went to Alcuria beach last year. Mallorca 13. Yes, this is in Dorada. You have the Son Mol beach there, and then the Alcuria one, which is the prettier one of the two, I think. But the Son Mol is the easier one to get to. So yeah, Dorada, definitely also a very nice place. It's a bit hard to describe who it is for, but I would say if you most of these people who go there are German or Italian. That doesn't mean that you have to be German or Italian to go there and enjoy your holiday, of course. But just as a general rule, most of the people who go there are German or Italian. They have nice beaches. And a really good these beer gardens and evening drinking scene, and there's live shows and German music, and you know, it's a somewhat typical German Italian resort, but yeah, definitely a nice destination. I also lived there for 1 or 2 years or something, don't quite remember. Let's have a walk up here, and then you can see the village one as well. This is the village one, so it's a bit more fancy, if that is the right word. Doesn't look like it in the winter, but it is. Yeah, as you can see, it all looks pretty locked down. Well, pienso que Bahía de Alcuria es Caribe Español. This I don't understand, Eva Maria. Es Caribe Español. It's like the Caribbean in Spain. Yeah. Se ve a veces mal. Mallorca 13, we were the only English people there. Yes, all German, but we loved it indeed. So it is, as I say, Dorada is really much for the German people there. But it's a nice atmosphere. There's like little live bands everywhere. Yeah, I enjoy it. I always, when I lived there, I enjoyed it. Except for the times I had too much beer there. Because the German people, they do like the beer in like a liter or 2 liter pints. Yeah, and also if you're like if you like to go partying, but you've been to Magaluf and you've been to El Arenal and Playa de Palma, and you want to try some different place on Mallorca, then Dorada is nice. It's a nice place to go to do some partying and things. Eva María quiere decir que me recuerda, es bonito como Punta Cana en el Caribe. Okay, I haven't been to Punta Cana in the Caribbean. No, I have been to Punta Cana. Yes, I've been to Punta Cana. but I was only there a couple of hours, so I didn't really see much of it. Anton Bulls, hi Yves. What's your opinion on Santa Ponsa? I was thinking of having a holiday there in 2021. Are there any good hotels? Anton Bulst. Santa Ponsa is very nice. The way I would say it, it's close to the airport. Pretty close to the airport. So there's no long transfer. So in that way it's good if you have like small kids or something. Then also it's close to Magaluf. So if you really want to go clubbing but you don't want to be in a clubbing area, Santa Ponsa could also be really good. It's a nice beach there. If you stand in front of the beach and you go to the right hand side, there's some like small little calas and Cala Blanca, I cannot come up with the name, but there's like a nice little, yeah, places to go and explore, little beaches, little places you can swim and dive from. I want to say it's called Calapi, but I'm not sure. I'm terrible with names. In general, it's a nice place to go on holiday. For hotels, I would advise there, as I say, terrible with names. This is why I write everything on the website. Go and have a look on the website, checkedholidays.com, and then just click Mallorca and where to stay in Mallorca or hotels in Mallorca, or click directly on Santa Ponsa, and then you will see everything you need to know about going on holiday to Santa Ponsa. I would definitely advise you to go and have a look there, because sometimes it's difficult to structure everything and I'm terribly with names. So this is why I have the website. I get a lot of questions from people asking where should I go. Santa Ponsa could be good, but I also would have a look at the other page I created, where to stay in Mallorca, where I make like a quick comparison of all the different holiday destinations of Mallorca, so you for sure pick the right one for you. I hope that helps you out. Great video, enjoying the beach walk. Will you be able to do a live from Alcuria around the hotels, just a peek in the grounds? Not 100% sure what you mean there, but I will do somewhere this week one from Alcuria, and we'll have a little bit of a sneak peek, but I'm not gonna go on private property. I don't think anyone will mind or care, but I do have to protect a little bit my website and the YouTube channel and things like this. So, and we have to of course make sure to respect the laws and the rules in Spain. And also many of the hotels I would really like to start working together with this summer. I've always been independent and advised the places I want, but we are in a very different situation this year, next year, and most likely the years after that. So I'm really talking with hotel owners at the moment to be able to show you more of the inside of the hotel, how things are progressing, what will be the situation in 2021 and things like this. So also for that reason I want to be a little bit careful not to annoy anyone. But yeah, we will be doing a live stream just like this one from the Alcuria area pretty soon. So continuing onwards. Patrick McNillan, hey, thanks again, man, so much for the super chat. That really meant a lot to me. Remember, ask your friends to press the like button to push your vlog on YouTube. Indeed, for the people who are not here, it really helps that you press that like button, as Patrick McNillan says, a name I definitely will not forget anytime soon, because this helps share out this information to other people, so also they can come and see how the situation is here. As I told you, I did the same kind of videos from Tenerife maybe 2 weeks ago, so they are also on the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, go and subscribe. so you can find all those videos even more easy. But I never did live streams before. I tried them in Tenerife because of the current situation we are in. It seemed like a good idea because people want to have real information. A lot of people are waiting to book their holidays. And I'm not trying to convince you to book a holiday. I'm trying to give you the right information so you can decide what is right for your specific situation you're in. Because this year and next year is going to be a tricky one. But I've been living in Spain for many years. And I see a lot of people struggle at the moment, a lot of people without jobs. And for a lot of people, there is no reason why they shouldn't come on holiday now to the Canary Islands or Mallorca or next year. I know there's like a general fear and it's kind of chaos at the moment. But you can come on holiday and have a great holiday. I saw a lot of people in Tenerife who've had a great holiday. So this is just my little contribution. I want to show you how things are. Live information so you can see if it's the right time for you to come on holiday or not. In there, this is Alcuria, where you see the big boat. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but the big boat over there and the two pipes in the distance. This is Puerto de Alcuria, where we will be streaming from in the next couple of days for the person who've asked. And now we're continuing a little bit on. This is Playa de Muro is basically two different areas. Playa de Muro over here is what I would call the how am I going to describe this? This is the area where you have more bars, more nightlife, more things like this, but it's still very family friendly. And over here you have the more like somewhat authentic, is that the right word? No, the more untouched beaches and nature. And hotels are over here in Playa de Muro, so I will go and have a look there now and show you how things are over there. So if you like to eat out, like to have restaurants and fun things to do and like fairs for the kids and stuff, staying in this area of Playa de Muro. If you want to have a more relaxed and nature-based holiday, stay in that area of Playa de Muro. Okay, we are continuing. Reading some comments. Hey, what's your opinion? Okay, it's Santa Ponce, then we did. Great video, enjoying the beach walk. Yes, Alcuria we will do. Patrick McMillan says hit that like button, everyone, if you're enjoying the button. You're also more likely to suggest things that I've out to people and other are, and maybe start booking some holidays because yeah, Spain is very dependent on tourism, of tourism, on tourism, of tourism, I don't know, but they are very dependent. Their economy relies a lot on tourism. So I know a lot of people here on this island, but also many of the other islands, because I live there, I work there, I travel there, and it's difficult for me to see so many people struggling. While I'm not saying life is brilliant for me at the moment, a lot of my income is dependent on tourism as well. But luckily I've had the luck that I don't know if it's luck, I had the possibility to build up more, or I have built up more of a buffer over the years. So even though the revenue from the website and the YouTube channel are down by 90%, I'm still okay. I have no financial issues, but I know a lot of people have financial issues here. But of course, this situation, the way it is now, with revenue on the YouTube channel and the website being down, 90% also for me doesn't have to last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, because then I'm also coming into problems. So here we're crossing the bridge. I also try to explain you this on my website. There's 2 different areas. Here on the right hand side is the nature reserve. Salbufera Nature Reserve is really nice. It's actually quite surprising when you go for a walk there, because yeah, suddenly there's like cows and horses, and you don't you don't expect that in the middle of Mallorca. And it's quite a nice walk. It's if you take the big one, it's like 10 kilometers or something. Just don't do it in July or August, because then it's way too hot, but this time of year would actually be really nice. And you just enter here, you basically can't go wrong. It's quite Parque Natural Salbufera is the official name. It's a nature reserve, yeah. Very nice, a lot of birds. And okay, we're moving onwards. Se corta la conexión. Eva Maria, let me know if the connection is okay, please. Santa Ponsa. Yes, Eva Maria says in Santa Ponsa you have the Pirates Village, which is a hotel. Basically in the same theme as in Magaluf, you have the Pirates Club or Pirates Show, and now they also have a hotel, so it's great for families. If your kids are not afraid of pirates, then it's great for families. But I don't think most kids are. No, they get it. It's just fake. Here is one of my favorite hotels on the island. This is the Group Hotel Park Natural and Spa. There's many great ones, but this is it's just, when you walk in here, it just feels very different, very nice, very classy. And also the pool is doesn't really feel like a pool. It feels more like a lake, I must say. So a lot in general, a lot of these group hotels here on the island, if you can get them at a nice price, pretty much you can book them without any hesitation. Because generally they're really good, they're nice, they're in good locations, they're very different. There's a lot of 5 stars from group hotel, but then you also have like the big family hotels, like there's one in Campicafort. It's like a giant laid out, how do you say, area with I can't come up with the name, but you can also find it on the website. There's lots of like mini golf and then children pools, and yeah, that's just a very different one from this one over here. What more do we have here? This is also a very nice one, but I think it changed ownership. I'm not sure if it was from Be Live before, but I might be mistaken. When the hotels are this nice and they do change ownership, now it's Be Live. I don't know what it was before. I think it changed company, but this is such a nice hotel. and so kind of new and fresh and everything inside. I doubt that even though they changed company and changed name, inside very much would have changed. I think it's more or less remained the same as the Muro. This place. To the beach. Only place. Places. Oh, there's some like a street you have to cross. Here in Playa you can be. Star. Think also very. But I think that's an internet thing that everyone understands. No? Very pricey. And then there's also, it used to be a Viva one, Viva Bahia. It could be called Zafiro Bahia now, or still called Viva Bahia. Not 100% sure. Also very good for kids. That is actually, if you like a bit of a beach, but also pools, just like pool, you can do the all-inclusive there. Right, you can walk with your all-inclusive drinks and just think. The hotel you have a 18+ pool, which is raised up above the bar, so you have an amazing view over the ocean and the sea and the beach. And then you have like a special kids pirates pool. Then there's like the general pool as well, relaxed pool. Like when it comes to pools, they have the nicest pools, I think, and the most variety for a hotel that size. Or Bahia, I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna go to the beach side and turn back a little. Treffelt. Mallorca is just bar. It's fine. Es muy malo la imagen o no lo veo por completo. Let's just wait for the internet connection. Just check the streaming quality. Now it should be getting better. When I'm on the beach I have better connection apparently. But this is what you have. You see, this is how the beaches are normally. I hope you can see this in the winter. When there is no maintenance, you have all this kind of black stuff. The seaweed, but they take that away in summer. So in general this is how the beaches would be. Ahora mejor, yes, thank you for letting me know. Hotel Tui Blue Alcuria Pins está al lado de Zafiro Bahia. Es más barato que de 3 stars. Ah, is that a Tui hotel now? I thought that was a garden hotel before, the one you're referring to. But okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but basically there it stops for a while in the distance. This is where the hotel stopped, maybe like 100 meters. And then you have a whole bit of nature reserve and a nude beach. And then you have Campica Fort, which starts over there. But I'm gonna head back a little bit this way on the beach. You see? Can still walk around in a Speedo this time of year. It just depends how brave you are, basically. I'm gonna see if I can go up here. It's gonna walk easier. Ja, zo bien. Coat Bridge Shamrock, hello to you as well. Here we come to the little cocoa bar. It's not as famous as the cocoa bar in Tenerife. But it's still quite nice in summer. They have another one a little bit further there. I'm actually not sure if I'm allowed to walk here, but they are doing something with the dunes here, some kind of renovation project. But there's a trail here, so should be allowed. So for anyone joining me, we're doing like a little bit of a walkabout of Playa de Muro. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Yves. I run a travel channel called Checked Holidays about all the islands in Spain. So if you have any questions, you can always have a look on the website at checkedholidays.com, or you can ask me right now here in the chat. If you're kind of trying to decide where you want to go on Mallorca, Tenerife, Menorca, Gran Canaria, wherever, now is the time. We can actually sneak a peek in the hotel here. Take a dip in the ocean, you just walk out there. Got the balcony. The pool is really okay. It's a bit better maintained than summer, but yeah, this is Mallorca just in summer the way it is. We'll have taken all this stuff on the beach, the seaweed that collects in winter, but they take away in summer. Babak Sadegi, thank you for joining us again. Yes, indeed, it is quite beautiful. Someone made like a little sand castle here. Even, I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. So we're heading back a little bit into Playa de Muro, and then I'll show you a bit more of the back and a bit more of the beach, and then we'll be walking together in the direction of Alcuria, where I lived for almost 10 years. And I'm still living now. Actually, my apartment is rented to a friend of mine, but she is not here at the moment. So since it's a friend, we made this agreement that she's going for 1 month. She don't have to pay that month, and I'm here for 1 month fixing paperwork and the lock on the door and the toilet that doesn't flush good and all this kind of random stuff. Putting a little bit of paint here and there, but also generally meeting up with friends I haven't seen for over a year and having some drinks and doing most likely Christmas and New Year here as well. So yeah, maybe we'll do a live stream with Christmas or New Year. Don't know, maybe that's something you want to see, because a lot of people I know are gonna be, depending the country you're from, are not gonna have the nicest Christmas and New Year because they're in lockdown. So yeah, I kind of want to show you the pool from the group hotel, because it is so unique, but I'm not sure if I can get to it. And even if I would be allowed, I'm not sure if I can just walk in the hotel and show you. But it's a really nice hotel, this one. Okay, so beautiful, so quiet indeed it is, yes. If you are joining us just now, thank you very much. Before you disappear off the screen, I just want to thank quickly one more time Patrick McMillan. Thank you so much for the first super chat ever. As I explained to you before, we did live streaming from Tenerife a couple of weeks ago, and I never got any of these super chats. It's basically where you thank me or any country creator by giving a little bit of like tip money, like you would do in a bar, by example, when you go buy a drink somewhere. So you give a super chat. And I was live streaming 2 weeks from Tenerife, and on the last day I met up with the McMaster, which is a streamer who only does Tenerife. I do all the islands, but he does really good from Tenerife, and he gets a lot of super chats, like these little tip monies, let me call it like this. And I got so confused why I never got it, and I thought maybe I was doing something wrong, but then when I had to collab with him, you can find that on my channel as well, we basically found out I just didn't turn it on, because people had been saying like, hey, I want to contribute, thank you so much, but I cannot seem to figure it out. And I was not sure how it worked, because I never used this on my channel at least. So then we figured out the last day I was in Tenerife, basically it wasn't turned on, and this is why I did not get any super chats. So thank you once again, Patrick McMillan, very nice of you. Eva Maria, adios. Eva Maria, cuando vas a Tenerife? Yo viene de Tenerife 2 semanas pasado. Tú lo has visto. Yo voy a Gran Canaria, creo el 5 de enero. Yeah, so she was asking about Tenerife. I just came from there. Now I'm here for about a month, and then normally 5th of January I'm going to Gran Canaria. At least that's the plan for now. Things change a lot at this moment in time in Spain. But I looked for Gran Canaria, I found a nice place, a hotel I know well, 180 euros per week. So I'm gonna take 2 weeks. Let me see, 2 weeks is plus some flights up and down, maybe 150 euros, 400, 500 we are down, plus the rental car for 2 weeks, 700 euros, plus some extras, 800 euros for 2 weeks in Gran Canaria to be filming and creating content. And at the moment these projects, as I said, the revenue from the channel and the website are very much down. They are not making money, so I do have to calculate always a bit to see if something can be done. 800 euros 2 weeks, maybe 60-70 videos, yeah, it should be fine. So most likely I'm gonna go there for 2 weeks to film for this channel as well as the other channel. This channel is all about Gran Canaria, about islands in Spain at the moment, but I have visited other countries, other places. You can find it on the other channel. Link is down in the description as well. GC, enjoyed the beach walk today, really lifted my spirits, thank you. Happy you enjoyed it. Join us again somewhere this week for the beach walk in Alcuria. We'll be exploring a little bit more from there. Patrick McMillan, guys, I have to go to work. I catch you on the next one. Okay, Patrick McMillan, thank you once again, once more for the super chat. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're leaving for work now, then I hope you very much have a nice day at work. I hope you were not watching this during your shift or something. But happy you could join us. You could join us for this little walkabout of Playa de Muro in Mallorca. So you can see it. Maybe one day we also do the Parque Natural walk. Could be a nice walk. But I'm not sure if I have internet in the entire park to stream from. Enjoy my beer, I will do. Thank you very much, Patrick McMillan. Baksadegi, yeah, things are changed. Okay. So Baksadegi, you've seen a lot of my live streams before. How does the image feel now? Is it more stable? Because I've been trying to fix the stability for a while. Or is it still like shaking up and down like this? It most likely still is a little bit, but I hope it's better now from the last time. It would be very nice if you let me know. If it's still bad, just let me know as well. Maybe I need to start using a gimbal then. But I kind of want to try to avoid using a gimbal. And also to anyone else who watched these live streams before, let me know how the image quality is. If it's still really shaky or not. I think it should be much better now. I will see that when I come home. On my tablet it's too small to see it really. So I'm just sneaking in the back street here. Near in the direction of the Prince Hotel. Also very nice family friendly hotel here. Prince Hotel, there's quite a few all over the island. There's also a really nice one in Mallorca. I think I have to go this way. The one in Mallorca is like a more like somewhat fancy hotel in like a bit of a random cala Blanca. So terrible with names. You can find it on the website as well, checkedholidays.com, and then just go to Mallorca and then go to where to stay in Mallorca. And there you will see that other hotel, Prince Hotel, very nice. Very interesting and unique location. And actually I want to go and have a look in that building over there, because that building has been unfinished for the last like 10 years or something. And I wonder why it is like that. I'm not gonna get distracted. Let's go look at the hotels. This hotel here on the right is actually also quite a nice hotel, but they got like only a small tiny pool in the back. The Mare Playa del Muro. But then on this side they have like all their kids stuff and playgrounds, and so that one is actually like more like a chill 18+ pool. And then here you have a kids pool, playground, all this kind of stuff, and like a big room for the shows and yeah, all these kind of things. And I think they have dinner up there as well, so you have a nice view over the entire area. And then over there is Prince Hotel, La Dorada. It's one of the hotels. If you look on my website, go to checkedholidays.com/Mallorca, and then have a look either under best hotels in Mallorca or best kids hotels or whatever, best family hotels, and this one is definitely in there. Really nice one, even though it looks kind of messy now. In summer it's really nice. Okay, let's go to the main street and I'll show you some of the shops and the restaurants, and then we'll walk on from there. So you see, some hotels, some restaurants are still open. And the interesting thing about traveling here in winter is that more or less all the shitty ones, who are basically just there for the tourists, and don't always offer the best service or quality, close because the local people don't want to come there. But the nice ones, like this one, that the locals know and they come to, stay open. So it's very easy to find a good restaurant in the summer. Just in the winter, I mean, just go to the ones that's open. It's that easy. Actually, I'm here. I was talking about Van Rij before. This is the company normally I pretty much always rent with. When I come to Mallorca, I rent a car. You can pick them up at the airport. They will be there. You don't have to stand in line. You get the key. You walk to your car. I always rent it with a fully comprehensive insurance, so I don't have anything to worry about. It's also not very expensive to rent it like that. It's like 15 euros a day or something. And you don't have nothing to worry about. If you would have an accident or something, you're fully covered. There's no excess. So definitely, with Van Rij, just book online. They will have the car waiting for you at the airport. Then you don't have to go on a shuttle, or you don't have to get a taxi, because a taxi, by example, here to Playa de Muro is over 80 euros. In the evening it's even more expensive. So you might as well, if you know how to drive, rent a car for, what is it? What did I pay? 115 euros for 115 euros for a week. So it's like 15 euros a day, something like this, 20 euros a day. 15, 20 euros a day, something in between there, with the fully comprehensive insurance. Fresh food served all day. It's a little bit ironic because I don't think it's serving fresh food all day at this moment in time, but okay. For the people who are just joining us, my name is Yves. I run a travel channel about the islands in Spain, where I've lived for many years, and I visit pretty much all of them at least once every 2 years. Some of them I visit more often. Others I visit less often. But if you want to find all my travel information, you can just ask me now in the chat if you want some advice on where to go, what to do, things like this. Or you can check the website at checkedholidays.com, and there you can find, for all the islands, my advice on what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go. What is the best hotels, the best beaches, and all of this information is based on me actually going to all these places, visiting hundreds of hotels. I think I've been to over 500-600 hotels now in on the islands in Spain. So I do pretty much have a good idea of where it is good for you to go and not. So just have a look on the website, ask me in the chat. I'm here for you now. We're having a little bit of a walkabout of Playa de Muro in Mallorca. And anything you want to ask me, just ask me in the chat. G-motion for you. What's the temperature here in Mallorca at the moment? Well, if you've been watching this stream quite a bit, we saw people in speedos on the beach. There were people in bikinis on the beach. It weren't many of them, but all the local people, the Mallorquin, the people from Mallorca, they have something like, oh, it's winter time now. Let's start wearing long pants and jumpers and sweaters because it's cold now. But it actually is not. Because I looked outside the window today and I saw everyone with the long pants and the sweaters and the jackets, and I was like, ooh, it's cold outside. Let's put on long pants and a jumper. And I was not even 100 meters outside of my apartment. And I was like, okay, this is way too warm. So now I'm just basically wearing a t-shirt. And if I could switch to shorts, I would do it. But I'm wearing a long jeans now. So in general, the temperature is very nice. I'm walking about in a t-shirt. And I'm a little bit sweaty even. It's not the same kind of weather like it is in Tenerife. This is also one of the reasons more things are closed here in winter. Because you could still book a holiday here, but people are more likely to go to the Canary Islands because the weather is more guaranteed to be sunny. But you have a lot of days here where it's like you see now. But a week from now it can be, it's possible, I'm not saying it is, but it could be freezing, by example, or close to freezing. G-motion. Haha, nice thing. Mallorca 13, best place to stay at Christmas. Well, if you want to come to Mallorca, I would definitely say book a trip to Palma and maybe do a rental car. So you can stay most days in Palma, but also explore a little bit of the island, because Palma is more things open all year round. And in a normal year, I would also say Playa de Palma. There you will also find many hotels open, but I know for a fact now that there's quite a lot of hotels closed this year there. So Palma, the capital of Mallorca, there is best to go for Christmas. If you want to go Canary Islands, then I would say go to Costa Adeje. Or maybe at the moment the best place there is Los Cristianos. Los Cristianos could be very good. Or a lot of people I knew there. I'm not going to say hi now while I'm live streaming. Yeah, G-motion, as I said, the temperature feels really nice. It's like t-shirt weather, shorts weather, but 2 weeks from now it can be different. For Mallorca 13, you asked where to do Christmas. Well, if you come to Mallorca, then I would say Palma. If you're going to Canary Islands, I would say Costa Adeje, or even better, I think Los Cristianos at the moment for Tenerife. hope that answers your question. As you can see, a lot of things are closed here at the moment. But this is the way it is every winter. In Alcuria, a little bit further that way, there's many more things open. Because there are a lot more hotels there also stay open. They have a lot of cyclists and hikers and pensioners and these kind of people. Excuse me. So for anyone who's new here, who joined us just now, thank you very much for joining us. You can find all... Just let me fix this here for a second because I did something wrong. I hope you're still live. I'm quite new to the live streams, but in this moment in time, because so many things are changing so fast, it was the best way of doing it, to get the right information out to people. So for those people, as I say, I'm not telling you to travel right now. I'm not advising you to travel right now, but I know for a lot of people like myself, it's a really good time to travel, because it's cheap. Definitely at the moment. When I went to Tenerife, I went 2 weeks to Tenerife, 300 euros per week with half board in a 4-star hotel right next to the beach. This is just what I'm saying. And Spain really can use more people to come and travel here at the moment, in this situation we are currently in. I'm just trying to show you that it's totally possible. I've been in Spain for over a month. No issues, no problems. Just nice sunshine, nice hotels, great service everywhere. But if you're young and healthy, it's definitely fine to come on holiday. If you have an underlying health issue, we all know, might not really be the best time for you now to come, but for most people it's totally fine to travel. G-Motion. I live in Mallorca, so I have an apartment here. It's my property, so I don't have to pay anything for it. But when I was in Tenerife, this is what I was talking about. I paid for myself in a 4-star hotel, a nice hotel next to the beach. I took half board as well, so breakfast and dinner. Dinner was a la carte because there was not enough people in the hotel to do the buffet, so you could just order however much you want, whatever you want. If it was not on the menu, you could just ask and they would try and make it for you. So extremely good service. I paid 300 euros per week for all the food, and the hotel room was right next to the beach. I was staying in the Coral Beach in Tenerife, so I could definitely advise it. It was not like super nice, the rooms, but they were very clean, very well maintained. The cleaning ladies came like every 2 days. New towels, new sheets, all this kind of stuff, for basically no money. I don't think that's money, 300. And now when I'm going to Gran Canaria on the 5th of January, I booked a nice hotel. I'm gonna go this way, or maybe I go a bit more this way. I booked a nice hotel in Gran Canaria too, so nearly accident. I booked a nice hotel in Gran Canaria from the 5th of January, 185 euros per week, but no food included. So I'm still continuing to look a bit because I like this half board system, because it saves me a lot of time, because I'm not there to go on holiday, I'm there to work and to film and to make these kind of videos. So any time I can save by not having to cook is a good one. But also there you see Gran Canaria 185. I know it's a nice hotel, but when I say nice, these are places I go to stay, to work. I'm not looking for the nicest of the nicest. I'm just looking for clean, safe, well maintained, and a nice pool I can chill by when I take this 1 or 2 resting days that I do on my trips. So and if I take food, then I also of course want the food to be good. So as I say, it's very cheap now to travel. Sounds really cheap, yes. G-Motion for you. I met you in November 2017 in Gran Canaria. I was on holiday there, saw you filming. Did you now? Whew. In 2017 in Gran Canaria you met me. Okay, yeah, that's possible. I have quite a few videos where I put myself on screen, so I don't get recognized that much. But if I travel somewhere, it's at least like 5 to 10 times or something. Someone approaches me and, hey, you're that YouTube guy. So it's possible. I don't remember who you would be or where you met me, but yeah, it's possible. Interesting info, thanks. Yes. Well, I don't know if this is so interesting, but a lot of people seem to enjoy these like little see how Mallorca is when it's not in season. Apparently people like to see this. I didn't know if this was going to be a success, but the way it looks now, I've just been to Tenerife. I'm here now for a month. Then I go Gran Canaria for 2 weeks, do the live streams from there, but also make more videos about the place. Also, which ones are ending up on my other channel, down in the description. I have a link to my other channel where you can see the higher quality, more stabilized videos I filmed from everywhere, without me talking all the time. So I'm doing Gran Canaria. Oh, taking the mask down for a second. It's too stifling to talk. So what was I saying? Gran Canaria, then I come back maybe here 2 or 3 weeks. I have to talk to the person who's renting my apartment if she's okay with that. But that's kind of like the plan for now. Then maybe do Fuerteventura and Lanzarote for 2 weeks. 1 week each is enough on those. And I hope by that time we are in the high season. And I hope by then we can start covering like full time the Mallorca situation and how things evolve and the first tourists who arrive, and work together with hotels to show you how things are in the hotel, what safety measures they are taking, this kind of stuff. So, but this is I've always kind of never wanted to work directly with hotels. This has kind of been a rule of mine, because it becomes so hard to become impartial then, if that's the right word. Because if you want to work with hotels, you have to talk good about them, and I don't necessarily always want to do that, because some places I don't want to advise. But in this moment we are in time, it would be good to be able to show you how things are inside the hotels, because a lot of people don't get the right information there. And I think if people see how safe it is in most of the hotels and how good they respect the rules and have safety measures in place everywhere, a lot more people would want to travel here. So this is what I want to start doing, maybe somewhere around May, just to show people how things are. Interesting infos, interesting infos, thanks, and then a message was taken away. Okay, we go a bit more to the beach side then, and then we'll walk towards Alcuria. Alcuria we'll be showing you a live stream of a couple of weeks from now, a couple of days from now as well. But for now, we've seen pretty much the whole of Playa de Muro. I'll just walk these last hotels and then in direction of Alcuria, so we can see a bit of how things are there. I'll show you a bit of Alcuria as well, but not the entire Alcuria, because that will make this video just way too long. Looking forward for your live streams in January from Gran Canaria. Watching McMaster, of course, also. Yeah, no problem. McMaster, great guy. I did a collab with him. I never do these collabs normally, but different times call for different measures, I suppose. But no, a lot of people said we should get together and do like something together. But I just wanted to grab a drink with him and talk a little bit about YouTube, which we did, and it was really fun and nice. So this is why we did the collab like 1 or 2 days after, because normally I'm not really the more keen person to do these kind of things. But yeah, it was really nice. It was really McMaster, great guy, fun. A lot of people have varying opinions about him, but to me he was very nice, and we had a good time. We had some drinks, it was fun. We talked a little bit, got along about the YouTube stuff. Have very different goals with our YouTube channels, but still it's quite interesting to compare a little bit how things are. So I think he's been to Gran Canaria at one point as well, but mostly he does from Tenerife. You see, there's even people doing like a little picnic here on the beach. It's all possible, people. And as I say, Mallorca is really cheap to stay at the moment. Yes, Gran Canaria normally, what's your name again? G-Motion. Gran Canaria normally will be somewhere in January. At the moment I'm looking from the 5th of January to go. But I have to talk a little bit to the person who's renting my apartment, how and what and things like this. But for now I'm just showing you Mallorca, because a lot of people were interested in how Mallorca is in winter and if it's a good travel destination. If you're looking for a beach holiday, no, I would say no. But there's a lot of other good reasons you can come to Mallorca on holiday. Most people are here for does anyone know actually what the point is of this little gate here? let me know if you know what the point is of this little gate. I hope you can see it. It's there. What was I talking about? Yeah, Mallorca, not really a beach holiday destination in winter. You can have days when it's really nice and lucky. I've had Christmases where you basically sat in a t-shirt on the beach. But the weather is a bit more unpredictable than the Canary Islands. As you can see, the streets are really nice and quiet. There's not so much traffic. So this is one of the reasons a lot of runners, cyclists, triathletes like to come here, but also retirees who come here for 1 or 2 months just to chill and relax. Especially people from the Scandinavian countries, where it gets really cold and really dark sometimes of year. They like to come here, and in a lot of places that are open, you can rent a room for like maybe 500 euros for a month. So for a lot of Scandinavian countries, retiree people, that's a good deal, just to get away from the cold. And yeah, in a lot of places in Sweden, Norway, Finland, it can be in certain places that you don't see the sunlight basically in winter, and in summer you see it all the day, even in the night. So a lot of those people who are not going to see sunlight for the coming 2 months, they like to come out here, because for them this is like heaven, you know. Aldine McEvoy, even in the winter it looks so beautiful. Yes, really, it's quite nice here. For all the new people here to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. It really helps me out, but it also helps you out if you like this video and finding more videos similar to this one. And it also helps next time when I make another live stream to have that one suggested to you, so you can also watch that one from all the other places I travel to. And also for all the new people, do know you can write any question you have about Mallorca or any other of the Spanish islands in the chat. I try to answer it. And if you seeing this not live, because this is a live stream, if you don't see this live, you can just go to my website, checkedholidays.com, where you can find all my holiday advice based on the more than 10 years I've been visited over 500 hotels by now. Yeah, all that information you can find on the channel and on the website checkedholidays.com. We've been doing live stream now for, not 100% sure what it says here, but I think it's 2.5 hours of me walking around Playa de Muro, showing you how it is. So I hope you're enjoying this one. I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm walking to my apartment in Alcuria. Make some food. I'm just gonna be here for another 10 minutes walking or something. So if you have any questions, I'll keep the live stream going. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, just write it in the chat and I try to answer it. Mallorca 13, look forward to your lives, okay? And don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to the channel, because then you will be more likely that YouTube suggests more of these lives to you when I go next time live. Next live normally is going to be from Alcuria. I'm not sure if it's going to be Alcuria Old Town or Puerto de Alcuria. I think it's going to be Puerto de Alcuria. And when I come home, I'm also going to check if this new live streaming setup was any better or not. I think it is. I think the video looks more stable and less shaky. but I might be wrong. It's hard to see it on this small screen. This is Mallorca in winter. They're always building. Everywhere you go, they're rebuilding. Because in summer, in a lot of places, they're not allowed to build because they don't. That's one of the good things about Mallorca. In summer, you're not allowed to build in a lot of places because they don't want to disturb the tourists. So all the building has to be done more or less in winter. Because I think we've all had it. We went on holiday somewhere, stayed in a hotel, and the hotel next door, they were building all day. That's of course not what you want to have. And this is also what you will not have in Mallorca ever. Because in the touristy areas it's not allowed to build in the summertime when there's tourists. Okay, so we're coming to the ending of Playa de Muro. I hope you very much enjoyed this live stream. I'm gonna cut it here. Don't forget, if you want more travel information about the islands in Tenerife, in Gran Canaria, in the Canary Islands, Balearic Islands, anywhere in Spain, go to my website, checkedholidays.com, where you will find all my holiday advice. I will cut off the stream here, and I will see you again for the next one, coming from the area over there, a couple of days from now, Alcuria. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day.